I've got a great birthday card, and guess what? It's using a square shadow box. I'll show you what we'll be using in today's video. I'm going to be doing a bit of embossing with the Aztec Flowers embossing folder by Creative Expressions. The So Many Candles sentiment. Here is the Celebrations shadow box, and it comes with all sorts of little guys you can use in your shadow box. We're going to add a little phrase on the banner at the top using the alphabet grid, and an extra frame using the double pierced Noble Square Set B. And one other thing, or two other things I'd like to show you. We're going to use our baker's twine here for the top for our banner, and we're going to add a little bit of shine to our balloons with the Cosmic Lacquer. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is do some embossing for our background. And let me give you a quick measurement on that. I've got a piece of coconut white card that is 5 3/4 inches square. I'm going to put it into our folder, and because the pattern on this is very geometric, you want to make sure that you've got kind of an equal distance and it's lined up in the center there. Put that down, and raspberry embossing plate over the top, or adapter plate. Okay. So you've got a beautiful emboss on this. Can you see that? Lovely and deep. So I've cut the shadow box already, and the shadow box die, like the rest of my dies, does not have an outside cutting edge to it. That allows you to decide how deep of a border you'd like to add to your card. So I've just left about, I'd say about 3/4 inch around. So this is now going to be 6 inches square. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and seat that over the top of my embossed background. And I've added some mounting foam to raise it. That gives you your little cubbies for your shadow box. And I've added little strips to all the pieces here so it's nice and even. Pop that right down. There we go. Make sure I don't have any edges showing. That looks pretty good. In fact, I can even go ahead and put my background on there. So I've got just a white on white matte layer for it. Bit of mounting foam. There we go. Put that into place, and we can move forward there. Okay, so in this larger area, what I've decided to do is add my sentiment. So I've gone ahead and cut them in different colors here. The colors I'm using on the card are the yellow, the red, and the blue. And I thought what would be really cute would be to sort of offset them a little bit and shadow it with all three colors. So I've got the blue on the bottom, so I'm going to use a little bit of spray glue on the back of the red. I'll bring that over. I'm going to line that up just a hair offset from it, so you'll be able to see the blue behind that. And on that, I'm going to add the yellow. Spray that and just offset that ever so slightly, so you get kind of a fun look from it rather than a shadow. Put that down. And I'll tell you what, I think I'll use, since I've got some embossing, I'm going to try and do some glue on the back of this and just sort of touch the tops of it. There's quite a bit of surface area to this one, especially with the three colors. So I'm just going to do a little run across the top. And as an added, just to catch the extra bits, I'll do a little bit of spray also. There we go. So that will fit nicely in this larger section down here. Okay, in the top I'm going to add a present. So I've cut the present out of blue, and there's a little bow that you can add to that. So I'm going to put that on with some glue. Add that on the top. Oops. There we go. It's moved around a little bit, but that will dry perfectly clear. Tiny bit of mounting foam on the back. Put that right into the middle. I'm going to put it down just a little bit because we have a banner that we're going to put across the top on that one. There we go. The balloons. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut one of these and show you what I've done. Bring my cutting plate back in. So I've just got a little bit of red card here. One of the small balloons. Okay. So I'm going to bring that over. Now the way I find it easiest to do this is to add the mounting foam to the back. So you have something to stick it down with, and I think that's just a tiny bit too big. There we go. Bring in a little piece of wax paper, and I'm actually going to stick that down. Use a drop of the Cosmic Lacquer onto it, and then spread it around with my finger. There we go. And then just set it aside to dry. It doesn't take long, especially if it's not too thick, but you will get a little bit of bending because it's a wet product, but you get a beautiful gloss from that. So I've got some I've done earlier, so I'll bring them in and find them all here. So I'm going to put the red one down, and let's go. In fact, let's just kind of do the two reds, and then we'll kind of work through the middle. Put that one like there. And I've got a blue one and a yellow one. Put this one down. I can kind of center that one over the top of those and put this last little yellow guy in the corner. There we go, like that. And here I'm going to add the candles. Now I've done them ahead of time just to show you. You can cut the outside, so there's the blue one, and then I've got a backing that I've done in white, so I'm going to add that with a little spray glue over the top. Okay, so put that on, and then I'm just going to nip the flame off the top of the first one, leaving the white exposed. So we'll bring in some Distress ink. I'm going to start with some mustard seed. Put that on the top of all these, like that. And then just use a tiny bit of the spiced marmalade on the tip. So you get something that looks a little more like a flame coming through. There we go. So I'll put them into place. Got the red one. I'm just going to put them a little bit at an angle there. Do the blue one. Like that. And the yellow one in the center. There we go. Kind of raise that one up a little bit. So those will go in the corner right in, real nicely. Now across the top of that, I'm going to add a frame, which I've cut with the double pierced Noble squares. Just added a little bit of mounting foam to the back. Bring that around the top, and that should leave me a little edge from the original shadow box. Let me just lean over and kind of look where I'm placing it. That looks good. And our sentiment we've done. Now this little guy here and here in the set, they don't look like much. In fact, you might think they're party hats, but what they are is a little banner. So I've cut them in the yellow, and I've gone back with the alphabet grid, which cuts out both the square and the individual letters from each, and I've done the word party and glued them into place. And then on the back, I've just wrapped it around with some glue around a piece of the baker's twine. So I'll pop that into the corner with a glue dot. Let's pop that right down like that. Put my bow right on top of that. And another one. Can sort of center it. Actually, that's a little bit tight. Let's move that over a little bit more. And one there. And I've tied an actual little bow around the string I put them on, so I've got it where I can flex it around a little bit. And we can find the moving one. There it is. Put that about like that. So you can have the word party hanging down on your finished card. Isn't that cute? I just think that makes such a nice little birthday card. I think anybody would enjoy to have something so sweet. Don't forget to look for us on our YouTube channel and subscribe. We'll have new videos out all the time for you.